Children of single parents. Who was the worst person your parent has dated? My dad started dating a woman who firmly believed that I was part of his old life and that he needed to cut ties with me. I was 14 and became terrified my mum would find someone who would do the same and it'd end up with no family. OMG same, but I actually got kicked out of for it because she was jealous of me being a woman, 20, while she had clearly thought it'd be 5 like her children. Actually my mom also dated a bad one. He was in his 50s and he hit on me for months, tried multiple times to break me and my boyfriend of 6 years up, and when I was forced to spend Christmas with my family at his house he drugged my wine and tried to convince my mom to let me stay the night because I was sick. Jesus Christ fats asterisk TERRIFYING asterisk. I hope your mom left him soon after. No, she doesn't believe asterisk asterisk asterisk. And I got told that if I didn't warm up to him then she'd cut me out of her life, which obviously I was totally fine with anyway. I moved out a few days after that, which was a year ago, but she still claims she's so in love with him. And he told her to also get rid of her dog, which she had for years, and she did. She that kind of women where who she is interested in, they can do no wrong. My mom dated a dude who beat the living asterisk 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 out of me. Dude and his brother took turns punching me in the face while the other held me down. I was about 11 at the time. My mom didn't bother to remove these turds from her life either. I'm now in my 40s and still have scars on my face to remind me about it. A few months later, while I was at a summer camp paid for by a charity organization, the same dude put her in the hospital. A few weeks after that, I went to live with my aunt and uncle. She stayed with a dude. I haven't spoken to her in close to 20 years. Well, as far as my mom's concerned, my dad is a clear winner. Asterisk 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 thought feeding a baby coke and beer till she passed out was parenting. Then he thought that beating the asterisk 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 out of anyone who questioned him and locking his daughter in the crawl space till she stopped crying was healthy parenting. Managed to cut him out of my life at 16. At 19 he tried to shoot the cops that came to answer the domestic violence call. He missed, but the cops firing back riddled his 86-year-old neighbor with bullets. He's up for parole in 4 years. None of his girlfriends liked me, so they didn't give her asterisk asterisk asterisk. Some of them enjoyed it. Mom's not perfect either, but I'm gonna take emotional neglect over Biden's nonsense any day. My dad's ex-fiancée. She was almost our evil stepmother until one day she decided to call me a fat lazy asterisk asterisk asterisk, and my dad realized how awful she was to my sister and I. That was the day I learned how much he actually cared for us as well. He dumped her asterisk 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 and kicked her out of the house. Her awful daughter left too, and it was finally peaceful at my dad's again. He dated her on and off 4 years afterwards until she went back with her ex-husband. My dad has sworn her off for good now, which I'm glad for, since she was a toxic person. I wish he could find someone worth his time though. I know he gets lonely. Well, call him Jose. Younger than my mom, chronically unemployed, a drinker, violent, and literally illiterate, but good looking. So my mom was smitten. My mom was from a good, in name, family. She had education. She had 2 little daughters, and she brought this scumbag to our peaceful little apartment and he settled in right away, beating the asterisk 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 out of all of us, impregnating my mom 4 times, running off for months, coming back, never paying child support. When he was around, he mercilessly beat on us, and my mom just stood by like a asterisk 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 asterisk, not intervening. One morning my little brother, who was maybe 2, woke up and was hooping up and down in his crib for attention. Jose, a grown man, smacked that poor baby so hard in the face that the baby flew across the crib and hit the other side and slid down. Finally, my mom got diagnosed with lupus and Jose found out and literally abandoned her at the pharmacy. Years later, we find out that he had been sexually abusing my older sister. I'm still so mad at my mom for the decade of asterisk 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 we endured with that man. He was literally a cancer, and she couldn't summon the self-esteem to leave him. even when he was beating us with extension cords. There's a poem by Naira Wahid called Before You Get That Key Made that should be handed to every single asterisk your loneliness. Protect your kids. I can think of two. First of all, my biological father. They got back together for a few weeks. He was a asterisk. Ed recently got my first pet, a ginger kitten, but I was having previously unknown allergy issues with it. Things were stabilizing for me though, and I was getting used to it when one day my new cat disappeared. My dad admitted he let it out the door because he knew it'd been struggling. I spent weeks searching, but never found it. The second was my stepdad. He was actually a really good guy and head over heels in love with my mom. I actually miss him a lot. The reason he was one of the worst? Well, my mom died when I was 17 and overnight my stepdad changed. Within a month he was in a relationship with another family member and suddenly he was violent and abusive. Left me with no food or money, attacked me for accidentally breaking an ornament of his, and ultimately forced me to run away from home. I was on couch hopping for 9 months and never spoke to him again. My mom is a serial dater. I have long since stopped paying attention to who she was dating. There were a few doozies, so let me talk about them. B. He came into my life when I was still forming self-awareness and memories. All I remember of him was screaming at my mom about leaving. G. A drunk who was verbally abusive. I remember him once deciding that I was not to leave the table until I had finished every bite of the meatloaf that he made that night out of the blue. I threw up after stuffing myself with it. Mom stood there while this new rule was randomly enforced. He also called my brother, who had been injured, a asterisk because he had complained of pain while standing up. Apparently that was a personal attack and he needed to cuss out a 5th grader. M. A foster parent of 8 very unwell boys. I was the only girl in the house. There was sexual abuse that I was blamed for from his foster boys and from his own son. He would scream at me like his foster children because I didn't want to play basketball with them. I was screamed at for humming. He eventually had to move me into his closet, so that's where I slept while he would drop his clothing on me in the morning. He was cheating on my mom while she fed and clothed and parented all 11 children in that house. When they broke up, mom blamed me because I had torn the family apart when I told a teacher about the sexual abuse I was experiencing. Some guy she met at a bar. He was really interested in meeting her children, specifically 10-year-old me. Within 2 hours of him coming into the house he had invited us all out to a beach nearby. It was very freeing, he insisted, and he thought I would love it there. Mom didn't make him leave the house for the night, and I slept in her room with the door locked. P. Of all the assholes, this is who I hate the most. They dated on and off for a few years. I hated him from the minute I met him because my gut and my history had already labeled him as untrustworthy and a asterisk. I wasn't wrong. Not only did he cheat on my mom throughout their relationship, he had hidden his age status with my mom and also insisted, culturally, that he could not wear condoms. Mom thankfully hasn't tested positive for HIV, but part of me wants to deport that asterisk. Holy asterisk. Jesus, is your mother okay? She never got sick from him. He must have been on some good medication or something, but when I found out I obviously wanted to kill him. Mom is too much of a people pleaser to press charges, and while she ignored a lot of abuse directed at me, she also ignores abuse directed at her. We don't speak much due to our history, but till I die I'll want to send that man to his grave for almost wantonly handing my mom an incurable illness. He was called Greg. He was an abusive asterisk. He used to lock me and my brothers out in the rain while my mum was at work. Had no way of contacting her before kids had phones. He did it in all weathers. He broke my mum's arm in front of me and my brothers. He grabbed my face so hard his nail left a cut in my cheek. My mum and my 2 aunties got their own back though. My mum stole his change jar. His change jar had notes in. There were number 1 PS or 2 PS. Only silver plus. One auntie smashed every single thing he had. Car windows, house windows, TVs, everything. She also promised to beat him whenever she sees him. She's kept that promise and has hit him 7 times so far on nights out. My other auntie kept reporting him to his boss for things he hadn't done, but they couldn't disprove, like being horrible, swearing at her. He was fired. He was a real piece of asterisk, and the actions of my family may have been drastic, if not illegal, but he most definitely deserved this.